こんにちは。アルファアドバイザーズの坂下です。今日は香港中文大学のビジネススクールからアドミッションのマネージャーの方に来ていただきました。香港中文大学はアルファでも以前からですね、何度もウェビナーをしたことがあるんですけれども、アルファからも結構合格を出している。ちょっとですね、コロナの間は香港、どうしても隔離とかがあったりして、少し行く人が減ってたりしたんですけれども、もうコロナも回復してですね、だいぶ香港行きたいという方も出てきていて、アルファからもコロナの時を除いてですね、毎年合格を出している学校でもあります。で、香港中文大学は、今日お話しいただくんですけれども、キャリアアップ、キャリアチェンジ。もちろん外資金融とか外資コンサルとか、あとテクノロジーの方面に行く方もいますし、あとはですね、企業も非常に強かったりします。で、それから場所が香港で、特にメンターがこうついてくれるようなプログラムがあったりとか、キャリアサポートがかなり手厚いというのが特徴ですね。で、学校も近くにですね、アメリカでいうシリコンバレーみたいな形で、テクノロジーの企業だったりとか、そういう投資家が集まってるような、サイエンスハブみたいなものがあって、そこで実際にもう香港で起業してる方とかもいらっしゃるっていう学校です。あとは、やっぱりアジアやりたいっていうことで、今日も出してくださると思うんですけど、もともと日本の、その方は確か商社かメーカーかにいらっしゃって、で、その方もアルファでサポートしてたんですけど、CHK に行かれて、その方もタイのビジネスをやりたいということで、もう実際にそれを初志貫徹で実現されていたりという方もいます。なので、かなりやりたいことがはっきりされている方なんかは、もうリソースが非常に豊富にある学校ですので、ネットワークもすごいですしね、とっても合ってるんじゃないかなと思います。で、結構日本人向けの奨学金もあったりしますので、そのあたりも今日はいろいろと聞いていきたいと思います。で、アドミッションの方は英語でやってくださるんですけど、日本語でどんどんご質問があれば入れていただいても構いませんし、もちろん英語でも構いませんので、どんどん聞きたいことがあれば、MBA 全般でもいいですし、週 HK のプログラムとか、なかなか聞ける機会も少ないと思いますので、どんどん質問があれば皆さん聞いていただければと思います。So, Albert, thank you for your time today. And could you start your presentation?
Yeah, sure. It's my pleasure, Amy. Yeah, thank you for having me here. こんばんは, 皆さん. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, it's a pleasure to partner with Alpha Academy in hosting the info session for our prospects in terms of our CUHK MBA program for our 2024 intake. Just a quick introduction about myself. So my name is Albert. I'm the MBA Marketing Admissions Manager over here at CHK Business School. Just a brief background about myself. I used to study my MBA at Warwick Business School, and I actually exchanged at CHK Business School for my MBA studies after finishing my studies in the UK. Yeah, I have great experience, and I consider myself as a half alumni here. Yeah, it's a pleasure for me to actually given a chance to introduce our MBA program to our prospects, to understand more about how is it like to study in Hong Kong at CUHK Business School, as well as the career opportunities available and the scholarship opportunities as well when you are to submit your applications to us. Yeah, here are the topics that we will cover for this evening. So they are namely leading in the Asian century, why you should consider Hong Kong as your choice of studies, location, why CUHK and why CUHK MBA, and some of our admissions information. So, in the next 10 years or perhaps the next century, the economic growth will be driven mainly in Asia. And as you can see from the graph, it's expected that China will surpass the US as largest economy in the world. So that means that Hong Kong, being part of China, it's the perfect gateway for the world to access Asia, and for mainland China to actually access the world. So Hong Kong actually is uniquely suited to accommodate this transformation for for to drive this change in this Asian century, as we call. So why Hong Kong? So obviously we are ranked very highly on a number of ranking tables in terms of business-friendly tax system, the ease of doing business here, as well as obviously being known as the global financial hub among many largest cities in the world, and obviously we do have a very strong competitive advantage in terms of in terms of attracting talents. So yeah, that's pretty much how we fared in terms of being ranked among the very best in the world. And what's more is that for non-local students who graduate from local programs like us, or rather graduated from a local program such as our MBA program, so non-local students will be able to apply for a post-study work visa. In Hong Kong, is known as the IANG visa. So that allows the non-local students to stay and work freely in Hong Kong for the next 2 years after graduation. So whether you find work or not, you will still be able to remain in Hong Kong. But obviously, with our track record, CHK MBA has been really good in placing graduates into top roles within in Hong Kong. And what's more, if you stay long enough here, at least 7 years here, then there's a chance for you to actually establish a residency in Hong Kong. So that again is a very strong attractive point for non-local students or non-local graduates who are looking to work and settle in Hong Kong in the long run. Then about CUHK. So we actually founded in 1963, and for the business school around the same period of time as well in 1964. So CUHK is actually a comprehensive research university with a total of 8 faculties. So namely in arts, law, medicine, education, business administration, science, engineering, and social science. So our university aims to actually combine the tradition and modernity, and to bring together the East and the West, which again, perfectly suits Hong Kong's status as the perfect gateway for both the world and China to mix and mingle within the region. As for our rankings, we are constantly ranked among the top. So on QS World University Rankings, we are actually ranked 47th in the world, top 50. Likewise for the Times Higher Education Rankings, we are ranked at also top 50 as well. As for our MBA program, we ranked 64 among the world in the latest Financial Times 2023 ranking. So again, that's to be ranked in the top 100 for our MBA ranking is definitely an amazing feat. On top of that, we are renowned for our innovation and entrepreneurial teaching. So on the Reuters Asia Pacific's most innovative universities between 2016 and 2019, we actually ranked first in Hong Kong for the most innovative university. So that again, that really stands out in terms of our unique positioning of our program's uniqueness, where we place a strong emphasis on entrepreneurship and innovation. And of course, we as a university with close to 60 years of establishment, we actually have a huge number of alumni within the university-wide system. So we have over 250,000 plus alumni across across the world, and currently we do have 30,000+ students with 8,000+ coming from outside of Hong Kong. So that really, stands out in terms of our diversity within the campus and within the university as a whole. And that would allow, our students to network with each other and to actually get to learn from each other of different cultures and background. So it's a very conducive learning environment here, and it's a great place to be in terms of studying at CUHK. As for our business school, our vision is to actually develop global business leaders for the Asian century. As I mentioned earlier, we foresee, obviously, it's actually happening that China is already one of the biggest economy in the world, and to accommodate that kind of growth and to accommodate that kind of status, our aim is to develop global leaders for the Asian century, and of course our mission is to offer the opportunities for the global our students to face the challenges and the opportunities in the Asian century by offering a rich learning environment and opportunities for self-discovery, character building, knowledge creation, sharing and application of the leadership skills that they would learn within the program. And talking about our faculty members, so we do have a very international mix within among our faculty members. So we do have over 65% of faculty members coming from outside of Hong Kong, and our professors and faculty members are basically graduates coming from top universities around the world when they graduated from their PhD, so such as Harvard, MIT, Stanford, etc. So it's a very strong kind of a background of our professors, and they do have a wealth of experience and knowledge that are very advanced and which can be shared to our students with the most latest updates and knowledge within the business world. So we do have quite a number of uniqueness for our CHK MBA program. So let me start by stating our global recognition of our MBA program. So not many people know about it, but actually we are the first MBA program established in Asia. So to be the very first MBA program established in Asia, that means that we do have a very a strong heritage of and legacy of our alumni network, dating back in close to 60 years ago. So that actually allows our current students to really network with senior leaders who are our MBA alumni and have already reached to the C-suite level, and to actually learn from the senior leaders who have wealth of experience within the business world. So this is a very unique chance for our students to get to learn from the senior leaders who are our MBA alumni. And based on the Financial Times MBA ranking, we are in Hong Kong, we are ranked #1 in terms of salary percentage increase, and #1 in career service support, and #1 in entrepreneurship and alumni outcomes. So again, these are some key elements that you might consider in terms of choosing your MBA studies within Asia, and depending on what you're looking for. But from our perspective, these are really key factors in terms of deciding on the MBA studies that you want to, or the business school that you want to go to do your MBA. And no doubt, having an extensive alumni network in Asia. If you're looking to, further your career within Asia, then certainly CHK and MBA would be able to assist you to fulfill what you're looking for. And definitely, again, we emphasize on innovation and entrepreneurship, and that's what we do within the MBA program to foster our students with the innovative and creative thinking and entrepreneurial attitude towards the different project works that they will do, as well as the the consulting projects that they would work on. So that's the kind of mindset that we hope to instill on our students, when they are on board with our MBA program, and obviously carrying it forward into their future career as well. Then certainly we do have a world-class faculty members with practical exposures, which are real-life work experience that they have held prior to joining academia. So, for example, we do have Professor Tom Bain, who is a MBA graduate from Columbia Business School, and he used to work for a couple of well-known and renowned investment banks within fixed income division, and he joined us as an adjunct professor back in many years, over 10 years ago. And in fact, I was one of his students, and I personally enjoyed the learnings that he has imparted, the knowledge that he shared and he experienced as well, which has been really influencing my my investment mindset after taking his course. Then another one would be Professor Wen Wong Sam Wai, who is a DBA from Harvard Business School graduate, and he also worked in a couple of well-known investment banks and audit firms, Big Fours. So he worked for over 10 years before actually joining the academia. So he's bringing his previous experience into the classroom to share, with our students about his area of expertise within corporate financial reporting, private equity, and mergers acquisition. These are some of the subjects that we teach and research on. So yeah, definitely very, very interesting background and teaching subjects that he's on. As for our class size, we don't really emphasize on a really big class size at all. So on average, we only annually we do have one intake per year, and on average, we have 40 to 50 full-time MBA students within the classroom. So it's intentionally set for in terms of the numbers of students, because we aim to allow a more conducive learning environment for our students, as well as a perfect kind of environment and settings for the discussions to take place when discussing about, say, case study, and for our facilitator to facilitate the discussion among our students. So that's what we hope to achieve, so that our students would be able to be able to share their individual points. And when I mention about students, it means that each and every student would have the chance to actually voice out within the classroom, so that their points would be listened and would be valued by fellow classmates, and to cater for a very interactive kind of setting for our students to learn from each other. Then we do have a alumni network, a strong alumni network as well. and a very extensive one as well that's across many industries, functions, seniority, and geography. So we have something called the Elite Mentorship Program, which is known as EMP. So it's a very unique program that we have in place for our MBA program, where our current students will have the chance to be mentored by our senior alumni of ours. And they would be basically having the chance to, a weekly meeting to catch up with, the latest discussion or, the things that they want to discuss or some of the advices that our students would want to learn from the senior alumnus or alumna in terms of his or her industry, function, and the latest trend or the latest topic within the business world. So this kind of collaborative relationship, as we speak, is something that our students value a lot, and we have gathered a lot of positive feedback from our current students in terms of this EMP, this elite mentorship program, where they are able to learn from C-suite alumni, and to actually gain access to hidden work opportunities through such program, where obviously relationship is being built throughout the whole 1 year, that allows them to learn more about the industry, the work around it, and of course for our alumni to learn more about our students, their strengths and weaknesses, and how our students or whether they can teach our students to overcome the weaknesses, and to become a better leader for the future. And and sometimes work opportunities come along the way, and that's how this kind of informal relationship would help our students to gain access to opportunities that might not be accessible to them outside. Then, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a list of very senior business leaders who are our very own MBA alumni. So, for example, we do have Paul Chan, who is basically our financial secretary of the Hong Kong government. And we have Albert Wong as well, who's the CEO of Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. So yeah, there's a list of them who have worked to a very senior level, and they are obviously they have gained a lot from our MBA program through different ways, and obviously as time passed, they were able to make use of our MBA indirectly through the different skill set that they have learned or the network they have gained, to allow them to to reach to a higher level within their career. Then in regards to our career outcome, so what I will be presenting will be the latest stats from our class of 2022 graduates. So 91% of our graduates managed to secure work opportunities within 3 months after graduation, which is a fantastic statistics. Then 69% of them secure offer within Asia, and 71% actually landed roles in consulting, finance, and tech industry. So these are some amazing stats that our graduates actually secure in terms of the work opportunities that they have gained through the studies after completing their studies with us. Then in regards to our curriculum, so our full-time MBA, the normative period would be 12 months. but there's a flexibility to actually shorten it to 9 months if you want to complete it earlier. But there's also flexibility to actually extend it all the way to 24 months with the different partnerships that we have. But let me just briefly go through the core, the curriculum here for full-time MBA studies. So we do have a number of core modules that students will have to study during throughout the whole course. So that's a total of 10 core modules, and depending on the units of the elective courses, so you could potentially do up to 5 or 6 electives, to complete all of the necessary units to complete the whole courses. So obviously, you have to start with the preterm, where you would go through the preterm and the orientation, and then to actually grasp the fundamentals of studying again after working for a period of time, and of course the business fundamentals as well. And then moving on, starting with term 1, which is in September, from September to November, then you will learn about the basics of financial reporting, financial management, and leadership development. And then you will do up to 6 units of elective courses. Then moving on to term 2, between December and March, then you would study statistics, marketing management, operations management, and up to 6 units of elective courses. Then between March and June, then students would learn about macroeconomics for business executives, strategic management, and up to 9 units of elective courses. Then during the summer period, between June and July, then if you have completed most of elective courses earlier on, then you do not have to actually do the elective courses during the summertime. And we also do have the optional business field trips, which I certainly encourage our students to actually to attend it, so that they can actually learn more about the cultures and the local business environment in the country that they will be flying to. So it's a very special kind of part of the outside classroom activities that we have for our students, so that they will gain a more global perspective in terms of the business environment. Then moving on to the part-time curriculum. So obviously for our Japanese audiences, most of them will have to apply for visa to study full-time here. For part-time program, it's more to cater for those who are looking to come to Hong Kong to work first, while looking to study at the same time. So our part-time program, our MBA program, is more to cater for this type of working professionals, and the part-time program are normally conducted during the weekends, and the whole duration is for 2 years. So the core courses and the electives are basically the same as the full-time curriculum. It's just that it's the time it takes to complete the MBA program will be double of the full-time. So yeah, so that's why that's the year 1 and year 2 time scale here. And under our concentrations, we do have a total of 6 concentrations for our students to actually tailor their MBA journey based on their area of interest and their future career goals. So they are namely business analytics, China business, entrepreneurship, and innovation, which we are really renowned for. Then for finance, information and technology management, and lastly marketing. So these are the list of subjects that we offer. There's over 50 of them for our students to choose based on what they are looking for. So yeah, definitely there's abundance of subjects that our students can choose to take. based on what they're looking for to advance in their career. And then we do also have the advanced study options that allow our students to extend their study period for a maximum of 1 year, for additional 1 year to make it a total of 2 years. So let me start off by the JD MBA program, which is basically very unique among the world, actually. So for the full-time studies, normally it's completed in 36 months. So students can start off with 1 year MBA coursework, then move on to a 2 years JD coursework. So yeah, it's more to cater for those who are looking to extend their, or rather increase their legal knowledge within the business environment, so that they will be equipped with knowledge surrounding business legal issues, and to allow them to have the extra edge in terms of having the qualification to work combining business and legal matters together. Then we do have the part-time as well, that normally lasts for 60 months, which are 2 years of MBA coursework and 3 years of JD coursework. Also, we do collaborate with a number of top business schools as well. This collaboration has been ongoing for more than a decade. So we actually do partner with University of Texas at Austin, McCombs. So after completing our MBA program, then students would be able to study for an extra 12 months at UT Austin. And after completing the 12 months, they will be able to gain an MBA degree from McCombs. So that again, if students looking to experience an MBA abroad in the States particularly, then this is an unique opportunity to have the best of both worlds, studying in Asia and in the States. And then if students looking to study in Europe, then that's HEC Paris that we partner with, as well as at RSM Erasmus. So at HEC, so after our students completed 3 terms at CHK, then they will be able to extend their studies for an additional 8 months at HEC. And then after that, after the completion, they will gain the MBA degree from both CHK and HEC. As for RSM Erasmus, you will take additional 6 months to complete the MBA over there, and our students will be able to gain 2 MBAs within the period of 18 months. So these are some partnerships that we have with top universities, top business schools around the world in terms of offering the dual MBA degree. And then for our own business school offerings in terms of dual degree, we also do offer an MBA plus second masters, basically in different subject matters such as accounting, business analytics, finance, marketing, real estate. And yeah, we would take, after completing the MBA, and if you're looking to study for an extra masters, it will take lesser time and tuition fee to complete the second masters. And then there's also this international exchange program or experience that allow students to experience a shorter period of time abroad, normally between 3 to 4 months, to experience the MBA program outside of CHK. So we work with we do partner with IE Business School, London Business School, Waseda University in Japan, and SEEPS in China, and US Business School as well. So do have over 40 plus partnerships, which allow our students to choose from if they are looking to pursue their their exchange experience abroad. Then coming to the different side of within the classroom experience. So we do have something called a LEAP experience, which is Leadership Excellence Advancement Program, that offer the opportunities for our students to actually develop themselves professionally and personally outside of the classroom. So there are 4 different facets and 12 different initiatives under this 4 facets. So these 12 initiatives allow our students to actually grow themselves through the different activities that our student learning team has organized for our students, through different activities and events to allow, with the ultimate purpose of allowing our students to find work opportunities by the time they graduate, and in fact to secure a work opportunity by the time they graduate. But of course, the most important bit is the process that that they actually learn more about themselves and to understand more about themselves to become a better leader in the Asian century. So, for example, we do have the global immersion experience. So last year, November 2022, our class of 2023 actually flew to Thailand to visit companies down there to learn about local cultures, business environment, and to mix with, as well as to visit Sasin School of Management that's part of Chulalongkorn University, one of the top universities in Thailand, to actually mingle with their students, to exchange ideas and to have a more in-depth discussion, about the different business matters within in Thailand, as well as the challenges that businesses face, especially during that period of time when COVID was still a major hit across the world. So yeah, that really gives our students a good opportunity to learn from other cultures and to experience what is it like actually how business actually is being run abroad. Then for the industry immersion experience, so obviously CHK Business School situated in a very strategic location, and we are very close by to Shenzhen, basically 30 minutes train ride away. So definitely we have to make use of this opportunity to give our students the chance to actually visit companies based in Shenzhen. So our students had the opportunity to visit Tencent Incubator, which is one of the a spin-off from Tencent, to learn more about Chinese startups and how actually these Chinese startups manage to raise funds from different investors and to build themselves, to innovate and to gain traction, and obviously aiming to to reach IPO one day, for the startups under this incubator. So yeah, it's a very valuable experience for our students who went to this business field trip, and they learn more about how Chinese business culture is like, especially within the startup arena. And then we do have the business consulting project for our students to actually work on real life practical cases, to present in front of business leaders, and to offer solutions and to receive feedbacks from the senior leaders about their solutions. So this again is a very valuable opportunity for our students to go through. And moving quickly, as I'm aware of the time, our students also went to UCLA, Warner Bros, to in the States just a couple of months ago to learn about the Western culture and to gain access to the local business, which is the expert within the entertainment and media industry. So again, that's a really unique experience for our students. And as a business school that's renowned for entrepreneurship and innovation, we do have a number of resources available on site, such as the InnoPort that allows our students to actually make use of the facility within our campus, CUHK campus, to mingle with another fellow students who are interested in startups, who are interested in building the ideas from scratch, and to make use of this ecosystem that's in place to build their startups, to gain traction and to gain fundings. So these are unique resources that that are available for our students to make use of. Then, of course, we do have a unique career support service to help our students to refine their CV, to refine their personal branding, and to assist them for preparing them for their future work preparation, and to for any future interview that they might have. So yeah, that's huge number of resources available for our students to make use of. And then we do have the community mixes where we do have student club activities, business case competition, networking activities, and consulting projects for our students to participate and to actually gain the experience for them to become a better leaders. And of course, outside of classroom, there's also the community caring activities where students can take part in volunteering work and to go out of the classroom to enjoy the different fun activities within Hong Kong and of course outside of Hong Kong as well. So one thing unique about being a non-local CUHK MBA student here is that we do offer a what's that called? We do offer special accommodation, on-campus accommodation for students. So what I mean is that there's a guaranteed accommodation for our MBA students on campus at a discounted price. So on average, the monthly rent for living on campus, so for that, on average is around 600 USD, 500 to 600 USD. So that's actually a very affordable price in comparison to staying outside of the campus, and of course comparing to the accommodation studying in the West. So this is a unique offerings that we have for our non-local CUHK MBA students. Then this is one of our buildings here, and of course what I mentioned earlier about the guaranteed on-campus housing for non-local full-time students. Then this is again one of our main campuses, or rather this is one of the parts of our main campus where we do have a very unique Chinese kind of setting here, for our students to enjoy during their free time, when walking around on campus. combining, the tradition. We do have the modern facility as well. This is actually one of our 20 plus libraries here, and this is the latest one that we have built at CUHK. So our students will be able to utilize the facility here to help with their studies over here at CUHK. And this is our administrative building. And then this is again one of our latest built building around on campus. And this is in fact our business school where I've hosted Emmy previously. So this is a 15th floor business schools where our students would normally be studying in the first few levels, where our lectures are being held. And it's actually 2 to 3 minutes walk away from the East Rail, the train station, which is known as the University train station on the East Rail line. And beside our business school, on the left-hand side, you can see that's actually a hotel. That's Hyatt Regency, and that again, that's actually sort of like a teaching building for our hospitality and hotel tourism students to work there to gain some work experience. So beside our main campus, we do also have a town center campus that's near Central, based in Admiralty. So it's been served by the Admiralty station, which is easily accessible from the university station all the way one direct route to Admiralty station. And we are also close by to Shenzhen, where there's a couple of stops away from Luowu and Lok Ma Chau. So a lot of students will make use of this opportunity to actually travel up to Shenzhen, China, to experience a different vibe from Hong Kong, where there are again many tech companies set up there, and to visit companies there, to learn more about Chinese business culture, and to network with the business leaders based within the city. Then this is one of our facilities with the syndicate rooms located on the right-hand side. And then this is our foyer, which is a really grand entrance into our business school. And this is again one of our lecture theaters. And this is our town center. So it's just it's a unit with a number of lecture theaters, and sometimes we do host alumni events and lectures there, to accommodate our to accommodate working professionals or senior business leaders to visit our town campus at their convenience. Then we do have again a global alumni network, as I mentioned earlier. And then some of our Japanese MBA alumni. So we do have Kozo Miyata, who was previously the senior SEO manager at one of the top marketing agency, and now he actually sets up his own company, within the space of SEO. So yeah, it's something that that he's he picked up along from our MBA program, where he make use of the entrepreneurial knowledge that you gain, and to set up the business years after working after graduation. Then we have Yusuke Horyo as well, who's currently working as ASI, as a senior business development manager. His aim is to always work in China. So he's currently based in north of China, working for this Japanese pharmaceutical company. So that's a really amazing achievement where he has actually achieved his future career goal through the CHK MBA. Then we do have Yutaro Goto, who's currently working at Microsoft as a support engineer. So he himself he aims to go into a more technical role after finishing an MBA. And he actually succeeded in achieving his future career goal. And to land a job at Microsoft is definitely an amazing feat. So that's something to share. So lastly, more about our admissions information for the 2024 intake. So there are a number of criteria or number of factors that an applicant must meet in order to qualify for our basic entrance requirement. So first of all, student must have a recognized bachelor's degree. Secondly, a minimum of 2 years work experience. And for English requirement, minimum TOEFL 79, IELTS 6.5, or you've got GMAT for verbal, at least 21. And then it's a must to actually have a GMAT or GRE score. And it must be of a satisfactory level. And then we also require 2 references. As for our tuition fee, full-time program costs 605,000 Hong Kong dollars. As for part-time, it's 470,000 Hong Kong dollars. And we do recognize that tuition fee might not be affordable for some of our students. So that's why we do have the scholarship opportunities for some of the outstanding applicants based on a number of criteria, namely academic achievement, GMAT GRE score, the type of work experience and the quality of it, and the interview performance, as well as the potential contribution to the cohort. So some of the scholarship schemes, namely CHK MBA Excellence Scholarship, Young Global Professional Scholarship, and Diversity Excellence Scholarship for professionals in Asia, including Japanese students. So definitely something that we do encourage, in terms of for our Japanese prospects to actually submit their applications to us, so that they will be able to secure a certain financial incentive to help them with supporting their studies with us. Then we do also have grants as well for potential applicants through the alumni grant. If they are graduates of our CHK, any of our CHK degree programs, or they are being referred by our alumni or MBA students. So that actually would be a separate financial incentive, which cover 10% of the tuition fee if the application is successful. So I understand that taking the time off tonight, to attend this webinar is definitely, we do appreciate it. So that's why we are offering to today's attendees an application fee waiver. So definitely do use the same email that you use for the event registration and MBA application. If not, just simply email us at mba@chk.edu.hk. And before submitting your application, just simply inform me to confirm the waiver on the application system. And this is only applicable to new application only. And also do connect with us, through our LinkedIn page, or we do have IG as well, Facebook, YouTube. We are available on different social media platforms. So feel free to connect with us, follow us to keep up with the latest update within the program. So thank you for listening, and yeah, it's my pleasure to share all this information with you all.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. Actually, I visited CHK in August this year. 8月にですね、私も CHK に、初めて CHK は訪問させていただいたんですけれども、ここの、 写真ですね。これ全体が学校、その CUHK、香港中文大学、大学もあるので、あとビジネススクールとかメディカルスクールとか、もう全部この山というか、本当村というか町みたいになってるんですね。で、このちょっと、なんでしょう、バスで行ったところに、そのシーコンバレーみたいな場所がですね、香港サイエンスパークっていうのがあって、そこにかなりスタートアップとかテクノロジーの企業とか集中していたりするんですよね。はい。で、結構今日ね、一通りたっぷりお話しいただいたので、実はかなり魅力的なポイントがいくつかあって、ちょっと振り返りながらもいきたいと思いますけれども、結構ですね、皆さんに、特に日本人で、やっぱり最近専門性をつけて海外で就職したいなんていう方は、その交換留学とか、あとデュアルディグリーのプログラムがかなり、充実しているというのがありますね。で、テキサス大学、アメリカですね、アメリカテキサス大学、12ヶ月、もう1年間もアメリカに行けるので、1年間行ってると、アメリカで就職するっていうこともね、可能ですし、そうすると、香港、アジアとアメリカと両方のいいところが取れるっていうのもあると思いますし、あと、ヨーロッパ行きたい方は HEC、欧州の本当にね、トップスクール、最近もうランキングとかもすごい上げてますし、就職もかなりいいと思うんですけど、HEC にも8ヶ月行けるというのがあったので、かなりそこは美味しいかなと思います。そうですね。ちょっとあとご質問があるので、ではそれにお答えしていきたいと思いますね。So thank you for presentation. We will move on to the Q&A session with audience.
Sure,
There is
sure.
a question from audience. So, じゃあちょっと皆さんのご質問にお答えしながらいきたいと思います。お話ありがとうございます。香港のビジネススクールでは語学は英語がメインでしょうか？また現地で就職する日本人の方はどのぐらいいますかということですね。So about the language at the business school, is English the main language at the business school in CUHK at first?
Yeah, so our teaching medium of teaching language is actually in English. So that's why we do have the English requirement as part of our entrance requirement. To actually uh, to make sure that our incoming students do actually have the basic English proficiency to go through the whole MBA program, to at least speak well, to understand, to listen well, and to communicate well through the English language. So again, the basic requirement would be for IELTS 6.5. Doesn't matter, which part that you score. So as long as your overall IELTS score is 6.5, it's good enough to meet our basic English requirement. As for TOEFL, it's 79. And of course, if your degree is actually comes from a English-speaking country, and you actually studied in that country that's English-speaking, then it's possible to waive that English requirement for the applicant.
Thank you. なので、ビジネススクールは英語がメインということで、あとはですね、私もこの前言ったんですけど、その中国の方向けの、なんか結構中国語がメインの、クラスがあったりもするので、結構ね、中国語とか、あと香港の言語も身につくんじゃないかなと思います。で、英語の基準が IELTS が6.5、TOEFL が79点なので、アメリカも、アメリカもなんかミニマム基準があるところって少ないんですけど、実は。6.5なのでね、そんなに英語の基準もすごい高いってわけじゃなくて、6.5なら、だいたい皆さん真面目に勉強すれば半年くらいでね、よほど英語をゼロからやる人以外は取れると思いますし、意外とね、語学の壁は特に香港は割とそんなに高くないかなと思います。はい。あとは日本人で現地で就職する方はどのくらいいるでしょうかということで、So, about the career after the graduation, how many or what percentage of Japanese students find a job in Hong Kong right after the graduation?
So it very much depends on the individual's preference, what they are looking for. after they graduate. So as of our class of 2023, we do have 2 Japanese students within the classroom, and both of them are actually still in Hong Kong. And I believe one of them has already found job within in Hong Kong. So yeah, that's basically the kind of stats that we have for the latest graduation class. As for the alumni, I would say most of them actually return to Japan and then to actually move up their career in terms of their seniority, as well as moving into a better position and a more renowned company after finishing their MBA with us.
Thank you. So what kind of job do they have in Hong Kong? Usually Japanese, or if there are many major industry or major company or international students?
Yeah, so most of if they are to remain in Hong Kong, mostly it would be with a Japanese a Japanese company that has a base in Hong Kong, so that they can make use of their Japanese their Japanese language proficiency or their language skills, combining with their the experience that they have gained within the MBA program, the qualification and the network that they have gained, to find a higher position over here. And of course, the earning potential here is more than Japan. So that means that also involves a higher salary, much higher salary in comparison to remaining in Japan to continue their work while remaining in Japan. And of course, what we emphasize also is about the tax system here, where Hong Kong is well known for its low tax regime. So the kind of post-tax salary for our graduates, they mostly get what they have earned after the tax deduction.
Thank you. なのでね、香港で就職する方も結構いらっしゃるということで、もちろん香港にある日本の企業で香港にあるというのかな。そういった日本人の語学とかも活かせる企業はもちろん行きやすいと思いますし、あとはアルファで言うと、CUHK、他の香港の MBA もそうなんですけど、ヘッジファンドとかですね、香港で金融系で働いている方も結構多いかなと思いますね。あとは、先ほど多分卒業生の中にも出てたんですけど、それこそタイの方に行ったりとか、そういう方もいますね。はい。で、次の方なんですけど、学生の方はどのような国から来られているでしょうかということで、So, it's about the class profile. What country do the students come from?
So our students comes from literally different parts of the world. We do have students coming from Japan, Korea, India, mainland China. In fact, because of close proximity to China, so that means that majority of our students are normally coming from mainland China, but they normally hold a really good position before joining us, and because it's really competitive for mainland Chinese to actually gain entrance into our MBA program. So that means that the quality of our mainland Chinese students are of a very high standard. But of course, there are also what we are looking for is diversity. So that means that we do encourage applications coming from as some of in the countries that I earlier mentioned, Japan, Korea, India. We do have Indonesians, as well as some from Chile, Peru, as far as Latin America. So literally from different parts of the world.
Thank you. なので中国とかインド、韓国とか、やっぱりアジアの方が多いと思うんですけど、特に中国はかなりコンペティティブというか、中国の、ね、人口も多いですし、CHK、日本だとね、やっぱアメリカとかに目が向いてる人も多いんですけど、香港だと本当にトップスクールの一つですし、ネットワークもすごいので、かなり中国から優秀な、もうセレクトされた人たちが来てるということで、中国はですね、やっぱりもうビジネスというか、ね、人口も多いですし、かなりマーケットも大きいので、やっぱり中国やりたい人とか、すごいネットワークができていいんじゃないかなと思いますね。ちょっとアルファもですね、グローバル進出ということで、中国関連の方と最近お話しすることが多いんですけど、やっぱものすごく優秀な方多いですし、そういう中でね、ガツガツもう周りのもう積極性とかも、皆さんよくアメリカのビジネススクール行ってアメリカ人とかね、なんかそういう社会でやりたいっていう方結構いらっしゃるんですけど、中国の方ももう本当に優秀だし、本当に頭の良さで言ったらね、多分アメリカ人より数学とかそういう能力が強かったりする人も多いので、かなりね、そういう中で鍛えられるんじゃないかなと思いますね。はい、ありがとうございます。では、大学の GPA が低いのですが、書類審査で影響は出ますかと。これはですね、非常によくいただくご質問で、CHK に限らないんですけど、アドミッションの方から多分お話があると説得力あると思うんで、聞きたいと思います。So the next question is about the application criteria. Um, so I am concerning about my low GPA at at the university. Will the GPA affect my application?
Mm. So of course, we do look into your past academic result, but that's not the only thing that we look at. So obviously, to qualify for an MBA entrance at one of the top business schools, you must have a good amount of work experience already with a good career progression. So for us at CHK Business School MBA, we emphasize more on your work experience, the quality of it. We look into whether you have career progression, what you do, have you lead a team, for example, or have you lead a project? You know, we want to see your leadership potential, so that we can assess whether you'll be uh, you know a great contributor towards our MBA program and potentially in the future as well. So no, I would certainly encourage you to give it a try, to submit your application, even your GPA is low. As long as you didn't fail your degree, you should give it a try. Again, there's also the GMAT, GRE requirement as well. So if you score a decent score in your GMAT or GRE, that can actually help to compensate your low GPA back in your university days. So that would be my advice. I would encourage you to try to submit your application to us for us to assess and to understand you a bit, to a bit better, and to give yourself an extra option in terms of, studying your MBA, with us.
Thank you. ね、どのアドミッションに聞いても皆さん同じ答えを言ってくださるんですけど、総合評価なので、GPA はやっぱり頭の良さというか、ちゃんと勉強できるかなとか、努力できるかなっていうところを見ているので、他の、GRE とか GMAT とかで補うとかね、よく言われていることですけど、それもですね、なんかかといってすごいハイスコアを取らないと合格できないってことでもなくって、あとはやっぱり全体的にそれこそ職務経験として結構分析的な数値使うこととか、きちっと数字使ったようなビジネスやってれば、やっぱり、ちゃんとアナリティカルスキルがあるよっていう証明にもなりますし、あと USCPA とかそういったものを補足的に添えで書くってこともありますし、あとはアプリケーションの、tips みたいなところでいくと、 なんで成績悪かったのかっていうのをね、アルファに来てる方なんかは、うまくカバーできるように書いたりとかっていうこともあるので、GPA が低くて、それだけで落ちてる人っていうのは、本当にアルファに来て見たことがないですし、実際そういう方いないので、もしかしたら、GPA 低くて合格しませんでしたっていう、もしかしたらどこかで何か体験談とかで見る方もいるかもしれないんですけど、それは GPA ではなくて、他のエッセイとかレジュメとか、全体的な要因で残念ながら合格してないだけなので、はい、GPA 低い方はそれはそれでもうしょうがないので、そこからどう挽回していくかっていうのはご相談いただければと思います。あとは、so is it possible for the candidate to update their score for GRE or GMAT after the deadline if they have the higher score?
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. Yeah. If you even if you do not have a score right now, you can still submit your applications to us.
Mhm,
Just for your information, our first round of application deadline is actually due in a week's time on the
mhm,
31st of October. So you can still create an account, fill in your basic information, fill in your work history,
mhm,
without your GMAT GRE score. You can still submit your application to us to
mhm,
go to for us to access your CV, and if you met our basic entry requirement, then we would arrange interview for you with our director of admissions, and if that goes well, then we will proceed with the second round of interview with our associate dean, and if you pass that, you can always update us with your latest GMAT or GRE score by then. So there's at this stage there's still no urgency for it. But of course, you can yeah if you do have a score already, yeah, you can still submit it.
Okay, thank you. 今、スコアをアップデートできるかっていうご質問をしたんですけど、香港というか、CHK とか、ね、その香港とかアジアの学校はですね、比較的アメリカとかに比べると、スコアは後から出せばいいというパターンがとても多いです。で、アルファでも意外とそのパターンで受かっている方、かなり多くってですね、むしろ多分受かっている人の半分以上は、スコアを後から出してます。なので、今 GMAT ない、GRE もない、なんなら TOEFL とか IELTS も全然やってないという方も、今、アドミッションの方言ってくださったように、レジュメとかエッセイとか推薦状とか、先にそういう書類をまず出す。で、インタビューもしちゃう。で、アルファで受ける方はですね、アドミッションの方に推薦というかね、ちょっとプッシュもしてますし、で、そこでインタビューをして、もうほぼほぼ仮合格みたいな状態になってからスコアを出すという方法で、実はアルファからもですね、かなりの方が合格しておりますので、頑張ってね、スコアってやらずに、そういう方法も十分にあります。あとは、さらにスコア、いいものが取れたらアップデートするってこともできますので、はい、皆さんぜひ、今回ですね、10月31日がファーストラウンドの締め切り、で、次が12月の15日、その次が1月の31日、で、週1系の場合は、フォースラウンド、フィフスラウンドとか、かなり先まであるんですけど、そうですね、今からだと、さっき申し上げたように、テストスコア後からでいいので、まずは12月の15日とか、あるいは1月の31くらいまでであれば、かなりまだ時間十分あるので、レジュメエッセイとか準備して、まずは出して、インタビューの練習もしっかりして、で同時並行でテストもやるということでいいんじゃないかなと思います。あとさっきアドミッションの方が言ってましたけれども、この動画を見てアルファに来ていただいている方はですね、アプリケーションフィーが、ウェイバーになるということで、受験料大体そんなにすごい高いわけじゃないんですけどね、1万か2万の間ぐらいだと思うんですけど、それもただで受けられるということなので、ぜひ CHK 興味ある方はですね、本当に皆さんぜひ1回行かれたらいいと思うんですけど、かなり海が近くにあったりですね、総合大学なので、いろんなネットワークもできますし、興味がある方はぜひご相談いただければと思います。はい、ということで、So that's all for the question from the audience.
I
Thank
see.
you
Yeah,
for
thank you
your
so much to
presentation
all
today.
the questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Could you
it's my
ask,
pleasure.
yes, could you give us the closing remarks?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, so it's my pleasure to be presenting collaborating with Emmy and with Alpha Advisors. certainly, we do look forward to applications coming from our Japanese prospects. In fact, I'll be representing CHK MBA program in the QS MBA fair hosting on 28th of October. So yeah, nice to meet anyone who's interested joining the event. But for now, yeah, thank you, Emmy, for hosting this event. And I certainly do look forward to receiving your applications once you are ready to submit it to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. はい、ということで、ちょっとでも興味ある方は、ぜひご相談いただいて、香港とか、あとアジア行きたい方で、シンガポールとか、どっちがいいんですかとか、学校の特徴も詳しく知りたいという方は、ぜひ、まずは無料相談入れていただければと思いますので、皆様からのご相談お待ちしております。Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll see you.
See ya. Bye-bye.